thank you for sitting down with me for a few minutes.
Thanks for asking me to sit down with you. This is a treat. It's nice to get away from the hullabaloo out there.
Yes. Can you take a second to introduce yourself to the people that don't know you?
Hi, my name is Liz Prince. I'm an autobiographical comic artist. I've been drawing comics about my own life for over 15 years now. And Tomboy is my first graphic novel. It's a memoir about my childhood and gender stereotypes and how those things have affected my life.
So I'm really interested in how comic books are made. So what do you use to make your comic books?
Well, I'm probably the least professional comic book artist you'll ever meet. I still make all my comics by hand. I draw with pencils and pens, but the kinds of pens that I use to ink my comics are the kinds that you can just buy at any drugstore. They're the Pilot Precise rolling ball pens. And I like them because the line is just inconsistent enough, so it looks kind of wiggly. It doesn't look very perfect, and I like that. And for me, the process of writing is really kind of about telling smaller anecdotes and then connecting them. And my least favorite part of the process is when I have to scan in my comics and clean them up in Photoshop.
And also, like, your computers probably crash all the time.
My computer hasn't done that, but I'm just not a very I'm not a computer-friendly person.
I've heard of people who, like, while they're trying to scan and they're like, are like some, like, people like me, like, I sketch it with pencil on paper, and then I scan it in. And I've heard of people whose computers crash all the time. Especially when, like, your computer's crash, his computer's crashed a couple times when he was editing, so he had to start all over again. Yeah, which is a problem. Yeah. So I saw that you worked on an Adventure Time comic, and I also saw that your favorite character is River. Why is he your favorite?
I don't know. I mean, I like that he's a lemon. I like the way he looks. I like that he's kind of angry. I kind of tend
1 million years dungeon!
Yeah, unacceptable! I kind of just end up liking...
Put in the finger!
I like the characters who are a little more edgy, or have a little bit of a temper, because I feel like that's a little bit more like me in real life. I can identify with that.
So I read Tomboy a while ago, and I felt like you were describing my life during like the early part up until my age. I was happy to see someone else actually had the same experience. Was that why it was one of the most important things to talk about Tomboy, because it's so much like what I do?
Yeah, the reason why I wrote that book is really because I've never seen another book that's like it. I grew up as a tomboy, obviously, and I didn't have a lot of people that I could look to as actual role models, or that I could look at and be like, oh yeah, I am a normal person. Like, this is totally normal. I just don't see that many people doing it. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to write that book.
And one of the things that I actually got on both of our characters, both of our nerves, is at least in Tomboy, when people are like, oh, I'm such a tomboy. Like in the magazine, it was like a tomboy, and she did her braids all pretty and wore her dress over to the party, and everything like that. So
yeah, I still have lots and lots of my friends.
That's disrespect to tomboys.
Yeah, lots of my friends are still like, I was such a tomboy, and then I see pictures of them as a kid, and they're always wearing dresses, and they're like, oh, wee! And I'm like, really? Maybe you played soccer or something, but that's not even that tomboy.
A couple months there was a campaign going around YouTube called Dear Me, which was each person giving advice to themselves as a kid. After reading Tomboy, Kitty was probably a lot like who I am now, so I'm curious, what advice would you give yourself as a kid? Because it's probably good advice for me.
The advice I would give myself as a kid is to just keep being myself and to feel okay with that, because when I was in 3rd grade was when I discovered comics, and was when I decided that I wanted to draw comics when I grew up, and I really think that me being so adamant about my identity is kind of what made that possible. I never let anyone tell me that I wasn't able to do anything. Even though I'm, like the least professional comic artist I know, I've still been able to find a way that works for me and that people can connect with.
I just really like it. I like the style of the comics, and I think that even though it might be the least professional process that you go through, the actual comics when they come out look pretty professional.
Thank you so much.
I checked, I was looking at the web comics and Tomboy, they actually look pretty professional. Even if the process isn't that professional, I'm pretty sure everyone has a process that's a little less professional than it.
Well, I feel like all artists are probably most critical of their own work, so
yeah. I think it's really cool there's a whole bunch of movements going on to make girls equal to boys, but I feel a lot of times people are mistaking it for girls acting like boys, and acting like a traditional girl is bad. Have you noticed the same things, and what do you think about it?
I do think that a larger part of feminism is about being okay how you are and trying not to let society tell you how you should act as a woman. And I've had a lot of people ask me, when I do library talks and workshops and stuff, people have been like, are you against all gender expectations? I'm like, no, of course not. Women should be free to act and be however they want to be. And if you're most comfortable wearing a frilly dress and, avoiding worms or whatever, then that's perfectly who you should be. And if you're more comfortable wearing jeans and a t-shirt and playing football, then that's totally how you should be.
Yeah, so far I haven't experienced too many people that are like, okay, you should act like this because you're a girl, you're a border girl, you have to be like this. I haven't experienced too much people that like that, and I still have friends that will at all costs avoid slugs and bugs of all types. And I'm just like, why? What are you running from? Oh, the slug? Okay.
I will admit that I used to be afraid of slugs when I was a kid. I was afraid that they would get me. So I used to make my dad carry me from the car into the house because there might be a slug on my steps.
So thanks for writing Tomboy. It's a really great book, and thanks for sharing your experience with girls like me. You can really use it.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.